I will now call to order the meeting of the Personnel and Administration Committee for February 2nd, 2023. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone. Alderwoman Tyus. Alderwoman Ingracia.
Present.
Alderman Oldenburg. Alderwoman Middlebrook.
Present.
Alderwoman Rice.
Present.
Alderman Narayan.
Here.
Alderwoman Schweitzer. Alderman Page.
Present.
President Green.
Present.
Alderman Cone. Alderwoman Tyus. Alderman Oldenburg. Alderwoman Schweitzer. We have 6 present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. With the quorum being present, I would like to entertain a motion on the approval of the minutes from Thursday, January 12th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from January 12th, 2023. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone. Alderwoman Tyus. Alderwoman Ingracia.
Aye.
Alderman Oldenburg. Alderwoman Middlebrook.
Aye.
Alderwoman Rice.
Aye.
Alderman Narayan.
Aye.
Alderwoman Schweitzer. Alderman Page.
Aye.
President Green.
Aye.
Alderman Cone. Alderwoman Tyus. Alderman Oldenburg. Alderwoman Schweitzer. We have 6 aye votes.
Thank you. By your vote, you sustain the motion to approve the minutes from Thursday, January 12th, 2023. All right, for today, we're going to engage in a committee discussion regarding an updated bid from Worldwide Technology. So previously, the Personnel Committee approved Worldwide Technology's bid for technology updates in the Kennedy Room and the board chambers. And in that meeting, we approved up to $150,000 to be spent. That figure was based on a bid that was dated from April 2022. Once we went back to Worldwide Technologies, we found out that that bid only included updates for the board chambers and not for the Kennedy Room. And that was a misunderstanding on my part, and I'm really sorry for that. Since our last meeting, we requested an updated bid to get similar upgrades to the Kennedy Room, and the cost of Worldwide Technology services and supplies have also changed, gone up as anticipated since the original bid was issued. So the new price for technology upgrades and installation for both the board chambers and the Kennedy Room would be $186,886.68 per room, which would be a grand total of $373,773.36. And in the drive is the scope of work for that Worldwide Technologies has provided. So Clerk Kennedy and I do believe that this is an important investment, which will facilitate smoother meetings and provide the ability to have truly hybrid meetings in a hybrid work environment for alders, but also for members of the public to continue to be able to use technology to speak to us even when we are in person. We have enough funds in our current budget to cover these expenses. And so I think it's important to make this one-time investment using current fiscal year funds. And we're also moving funds from the special assistant position, which we will not fill in the fiscal year 23 position or fiscal year 23 year. So if approved, the work would be completed in time for the 23-24 session. So if we approve this today and the clerk can get moving on it, we would have these technology upgrades in place for when we return in April. And so I asked the committee to support this decision so that we can work more effectively on behalf of city residents and make sure that we are, working in a transparent way. So just in terms of the actual upgrades that will be made, it will upgrade the existing audio and video system with new Sony cameras that can output both HDMI for Cisco and SDI for existing distribution systems. It would add a Sony camera controller. It would update the audio and add a wireless microphone system. It would replace existing speakers and amplifiers, provide displayed monitors on floor stands. That's all in the aldermanic chamber. And in the Kennedy room, it would also update the existing audio and video system with Sony cameras. It would update the audio and create a wireless microphone system, replace existing speakers and amplifiers, provide the mounted floor stands, provide some oversight and support, remote, conduct design reviews, and provide some weekly reoccurring oversight and support, and working directly with staff here to make sure that we know how to use these things and get it all up and running. So I would ask for favorable consideration of the committee today to increase the budget for the improvements to the Kennedy room and board chambers to $373,773.36. And with that, we can, I'm happy to entertain any questions. Alderman Page.
Yes, first and foremost, I am foursquare in favor of this upgrade. My question comes in, does this include training so that our staff, both our internal staff within the board and our STL TV staff, so that they will be trained and so that they will be proficient on this system once it's installed?
Yes, so it includes customer meetings and project governance support, provide deployment support with our staff, and create a documentation review with, it says customer in the agreement, but they're talking about us at the Board of Aldermen. So there will be that technical assistance to help make sure that our staff knows how to use this equipment and that it's integrated with STL TV.
Okay, thank you for that. Having implemented large-scale systems in my corporate life of, let's say, a few years ago, the training and familiarization is a very important part. And as long as we got that covered, I'm okay. Thank you so much, Madam President.
Thank you. Alderwoman Davis.
Thank you. This question may be out of line, but I was wondering whose responsibility is room 208? Because we do need to get back to using that.
Yeah. So that falls under this purview. So
Oh, it does.
yeah,
Okay.
the reason the bid number went up is that the previous bid that we were receiving did not include room 208.
Okay.
So now that we factored in room 208, that's what has created the increase in cost. So if this is approved, we'll be making all those modifications to 208 as well.
Okay, thank you.
Alderwoman Ingracia.
Thank you. Does this need to go out to bid?
This has already gone out to bid.
Great. Thank you. No
This
further
is the bid.
questions.
Yeah. Any further questions? Alderwoman Rice.
Thanks. Sorry, I thought we were going down the list. So I am curious. So I can completely understand that costs have gone up in the last year since we've gotten this, and I'm struggling a little bit with the Google Drive here. But it looks like I'm confused at the documents that we received before that we approved that weren't the full scope, and sort of there are expiration dates on those bids that we have not yet passed. And I'm wondering, just sort of contractually, if those dates have not expired yet, if the quote date, well, no, I guess. Okay,
So,
sorry, there's a couple of dates on here. So one of them was May of 2022 was the expiration date on the first bid. So I guess that's right. There's a second expiration date on there that I don't understand why is there, but it's of August 31st of 2024. So that's what caught my eye, as if this bid hadn't expired yet. So I think I answered my own question. I think it makes sense. I wonder, so even with the significant increase in cost and new fiscal year and all of that, we don't have to send this back to bid?
no,
Okay,
IT has already vetted everything. It's the misunderstanding from previous was that we thought that the original bid that we were given was for both rooms, and it was only given for one.
and then as far as our budget, I can't find the line item. It seems like the budget committee or the budget division has removed that off of the website. So I can't find that at the moment. But I was trying to find what extra money was budgeted into the Board of Aldermen's budget that wasn't, like, is this just salary money that we're not using from positions that we didn't fill, or was this always supposed to be sort of infrastructure money?
It's a combination. So there's money that we've banked from salaries that haven't been filled for multiple years.
Okay.
There is money in there from technological upgrades that were never made. And so we have, when I came into this position, the Board of Aldermen had about $2 million in our budget. And so we've been trying to move forward with projects that I think there's been intent to move on in the past. We've just never quite gotten there.
Okay, and so that does not include the extra money that was budgeted this year that will start the April 18th new salaries that we've just allocated, right?
Correct. We have mapped out everything we need between now and July to make sure that all staffing, including the LA positions, are fully funded through that time.
Okay, all right. I think that makes sense. I think it's a necessary use. I think it's surely one that has been building for a number of years. And I agree with Alderman Page about training. I think that is great also. And I think that's the extent of my questions, but definitely looking forward to moving some things forward. So thank you.
There's no further discussion, then I would like to make a motion to approve $373,773.36 for the purposes of upgrading technology in both the chambers and the Kennedy room.
I'll second that.
Right, Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone, Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Ingracia,
Aye.
Alderman Oldenburg, Alderwoman Middlebrook,
Aye.
Alderwoman Rice,
Aye.
Alderman Ryan, Alderwoman Schweitzer,
Aye.
Alderman Page,
Aye.
President Green,
Aye.
Alderman Cone, Alderwoman Tyus, Alderman Oldenburg, Alderman Ryan. We have 6 aye votes.
By your vote, you sustain the motion. Thank you so much. Any announcements? Great. I would like to excuse today, I think Alderwoman Tyus,
Tyus,
Cone,
Oldenburg,
Oldenburg. I think everyone else is here, so we could excuse those three older people. That I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Thanks so much. Motion carries.